And we are welcome back in our episode of NBA 2K14. In the last episode, look at the last episode right here, as the Miami Heat defeat the Los Angeles Lakers in a close game by 2 points, 114 to 112. If I watch the short video right here, LeBron James hit the game-winning shot. You see, Kobe Bryant got 32 points, Nick Young got 3 points in the game. On the other hand, for the Miami, 33 points LeBron and 26 points for Ray Allen. Mario Chalmers got 23. What an ending here in LA. And coming up next, we got another doubleheader for you. We're off to Madison Square Garden in New York City on our interconference clash featuring Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks. So that's gonna be a good game here as the season continues some Christmas jersey mod. The Thunder gonna use the blue and the Knicks gonna use the orange. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video at the Madison Square Garden in New York City, and now we're sending over to Kevin Harlan here in New York. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video right now.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce, and it's time for a little NBA basketball. Merry Christmas. It's time for a little holiday basketball action. It's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder up against the New York Knicks. It's the NBA on 2K Sports.
We're at a sold-out, noisy arena here in New York City. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. With our Santas Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, taking a look at Thabo Sefolosha, what do we see from him?
You know, every team needs a stopper out on the perimeter, Kevin. There's so many great offensive players in this league, so you've got to have a guy who can shut people down. That's what Sefolosha does. He's savvy, he's long-armed, he's quick laterally, and he knows how to defend.
The one thing...
So as you can see, once again, I reviewed some color crowds for the NBA team. You see the Knicks are... I disconnected controllers. She strike back as unable to move. Let's continue right there. As you can see, there is the move right here. There is the color fans patch for recoloring. So you see here. And it looks like the crowd fans were the New York fan. Some blue, and then the Knicks are orange. What? Orange fan, and Knicks are blue fans. So as you see, there is the blue shirts and the orange shirts right now. Orange fan and Knicks blue fan. So you see, there is the shirts are mixed. So now enjoy, and we're back again. Here we go.
The Thabo always had is that defensive calling card, guys, that great defensive presence. It isn't easy finding guys on the perimeter to play like him, and this team is lucky to have him. Hitting his hands in passing lanes, deflecting passes, always around the ball, lockdown defense, invaluable player. This road trip for the Thunder kicking things off here in this one. Well, they're entering a bit of a soft spot in their schedule, facing off guys against some of the lower-ranked teams in the league, and we'll see if they're able to take advantage and have their win total.
For the Thunder, Kevin, they may be falling off ever so slightly this season. Just a skosh, though.
Well, it's so difficult to maintain that level year in and year out. But this is still a very strong team, and maybe they've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but this could still be a very competitive team come playoff time.
Shot by Felton.
What's interesting for me to watch with Mike Woodson as head coach in New York is the exciting floor spacing offense they started playing last season. In Atlanta, he's been known for a grinded out isolation play style, but has actually tweaked his approach a little bit. That's been impressive. These power surge that one down. Wow.
Good turn to use one of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Oh, no question. And he loves to attack the rim, doesn't he?
For three, Durant. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
And back to Mike Woodson, not a flashier, high-maintenance type of personality. He keeps it on the level, and I think, Steve, the players appreciate that.
Players definitely like that. He's very quiet on the sidelines, but not afraid to get in your face when necessary. And I think that's a really good temperament for a coach to have. And in general, I think he's a guy who is very well respected around the league, and they did an excellent job with New York a season ago.
And here is Durant, following the three-pointer by Raymond Felton. Passes it to Cephalosha. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Now here's Stoudemire. 8 points his last outing. Felton dishes to Shumpert. And again, New York with the triple.
Red hot right out of the gates. 4 for 4 shooting.
New York comes into this one following the loss to Orlando.
And that's the kind of loss that sticks with you for a while, guys, because they were probably the better team that night, and they just couldn't put the game away.
You know, Steve, you'd almost rather get beaten by double digits than know you should have won it, but didn't.
Westbrook kicks to Cephalosha. They now take the lead. Cephalosha's got 8.
Boy, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
You know, last season, the Thunder marched their way to the top seed in the West and spent most of the season battling for that top spot with San Antonio, and it was the Thunder's play on the road that was the big difference between the two.
Here's Stoudemire, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Westbrook passes it to Cephalosha. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
So deflating for a team, but coughing up the ball. One end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal.
You know, another note on the Thunder and the road dominance, you're always going to have to be fantastic on the road if you want to win in the West. And the Thunder, Steve, clearly the best in the West on the road.
Yeah, 26 wins for them, 2 more than the next few teams in the conference. And the only team that had more road wins than them on the year in the NBA was the Heat. So just a terrific season for the Thunder, both at home and on the road. Of course, kind of got derailed by the Westbrook injury in the playoffs.
4 on the shot clock. That drops. Anthony's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid fire off.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
It's always a special day when these two clubs get together because it only happens twice during the regular season. And, of course, these are 2 of the league's powerhouses.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Hardaway dishes to Prigioni. Hardaway. And again, New York with the triple. Oh, I'm sure the fans agree with Steve. These are 2 very strong teams, and the energy, Clark, in this arena tonight is incredible.
It is absolutely off the charts, and if it's anything like their 2 battles last season, Kevin, which they split, we're in for a real treat.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly and get 2 possessions out of this. Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Martin kicks to Prigioni. 24 seconds left to play here in the first. The drive by Smith somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
I think it needs to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post. Maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here. The offense is taking advantage of it. Good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slant.
At the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Thunder lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
It's a special New Year's Eve NBA celebration. The Milwaukee Bucks take on Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers next Tuesday, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
And we're ready to get... Rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Hasheem Thabeet, Reggie Jackson out there with Russell Westbrook. And there's Roberson. And it's Durant in at the power forward.
You know, after losing Jeremy Lin going into last season, guys, I think some fans were concerned that the team might slip back to isolation basketball and their offense would stagnate, but instead they flourished as a three-point shooting team.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Brewer. Doris, over to you.
As you know, guys, Kevin Durant was the runner-up to LeBron James in MVP voting last season. Elite company, but for Durant, it's not good enough. He said, quote, "I've been second my whole life. I was the second best player in high school. I was the second pick in the draft. I've been second in the MVP voting 3 times. I came in second in the finals. I'm tired of being second." And as for his friendship with LeBron, Durant said, "I'm not taking it easy on him. Guys, sounds like he's taking no prisoners this season."
A scary thought. Thanks, Doris. And back to the Knicks personnel moves, you've got to give them a lot of credit going out and finding shooters and defenders and Steve playmakers to surround their star players.
Yeah, they ended up with Bargnani, putting him at the kind of the shooting 4 spot, adding another three-point threat. The Knicks are always going to be aggressive personnel-wise. This was already a good team, second best record in the East, but they're looking to get better. Well, one of the things that makes him special is his tendency to become red hot in just a matter of seconds. And you never know when it's coming. You know, all it takes is a shot or two, and he's rolling.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself.
Woodruff, the pass to Hardaway. Here's Smith. And it's good. But through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Jeremy Tyler. Anthony comes in for Kenyon Martin. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Hardaway. That's Felton in for Udrih.
And with Harden out of OKC, you knew that Russell Westbrook would have a a lot of burden on his shoulders to be a playmaker, and he responded. He was very active last year in terms of distributing the ball.
Durant kicks to Perkins. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
Stoudemire's checked in for New York. Felton kicks to Anthony. Perkins on him. Felton dishes to Shumpert. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. 8 points for Amon Shumpert. And for Westbrook playing alongside Durant. Some have said he needs to be more of a passer, less of a scorer. Clark at that point guard position.
I think that's some of the most misguided criticism that anybody could levy at him. He is a scorer. He is an aggressive, attacking guard. I just think he has to play to his strengths. And that's where he is, and that's who he is. And I think he's fantastic. I don't think there's anybody that's more dangerous in the backcourt than Russell Westbrook.
The time called here, the Thunder decide to talk it over. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
That was an impressive defensive performance. The athleticism, the intensity, the energy, really shutting their opponent down.
And Steve, that was reflected in their block total. I mean, they were extremely disruptive. Equal parts hustle, muscle, and smarts.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Gomes comes in for Kevin Durant. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Well, some deep threats have really made their presence felt around the league lately. The two-guard spot, these have been the hottest three-point shooters for the last month. And you look at Zapolosha, he's absolutely deadly from outside.
And he just oozes confidence out there beyond the arc. And that's where he makes his living, as he should, given that percentage.
Yeah, just look at those numbers. I mean, his numbers are amazing. That three-point shot of his is one of the deadliest weapons we have in the league. He's what we call a laser from deep.
He's starting to put it together now, guys. He's added 2 3-pointers after hitting one in the first.
Gomes, covered by Anthony. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
Rejected by Perkins. And they'll keep possession. That's good. Chandler's got his first bucket in this one. The Thunder with the lead. They'll be off to Charlotte for a meeting with the Bobcats after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Tell you what, since the end of the first quarter, he has really come alive.
Jackson against Felton. Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton has got his 4th assist in this one. Jackson kicks to Zapolosha. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
He is bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from him?
Well, we've already seen plenty. The majority of his points have come on that shot.
Felton against Jackson. Felton goes in, hits the bucket.
Good job there, Kevin. Getting himself a little space on the inside.
Now here's Perkins. Here's Jackson. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. It's the Thunder. They lead by 3. And get ready now for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. The second half will be coming up right after that on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint. I hope everybody got what they wanted for Christmas morning. Here's one present from me to you, all wrapped up in a halftime report. The Thunder are in a tight contest against the New York Knicks. They're sitting in 5th place in the conference and trying to edge their way upward. Things going right for Russell Westbrook. He's all over the court against New York. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And for New York's angle, they've been grinding away. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances. Raymond Felton has been clicking through the first 2. He has 11 points and has kept everyone else involved, piling up the assists. Looking at the games that are coming up in the NBA. The Houston Rockets will be playing out against the Spurs in San Antonio. Some teams in the West facing off there. Tip-off is at 7 Eastern. And one game also on the docket. It'll be the Warriors out at Oracle Arena against the Clippers. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. Let's go to other action from around the association. It's a close game for Miami going up against Los Angeles, holding a 3-point advantage now in the third. That'll do it as the second half is about to start out in New York.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve and Clark and I are refreshed and ready to go here as well. An exceptional performance from Cephalosha.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Anthony. Stoudemire and Chandler, their front line. Amon Shumpert is out there with Felton. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Woodson.
Well, you can see it at the start of the season that Oklahoma City was being driven by falling short in the 2012 finals. Their focus was on being the best team in the West, and they jumped on that goal right from the start.
Durant, that's good.
You know, no matter what you do with Durant defensively, nothing bothers him. You try to be physical with him. You know, that's probably your best bet. But that's easier said than done because he can get around you with that speed and quickness. But really what he's looking to do is create space and shoot over the top.
And you just highlighted a lot of what he has from a skills standpoint, but it's his demeanor, that unflappable nature, that always in attack mode. He's got the quick release. He's got the size to shoot over most any defender. And he can go for buckets in a hurry. He's streaky, but he's efficient as well as effective for long stretches. He's special.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burton. Doris, what do you have?
Kevin, the Thunder are often seen as getting into one another during games in what looks like heated arguments. But that is the culture they want, as every player can hold each other accountable. Coach Scott Brooks describes it saying, "I'm with them every day. Did they have some competitive moments? Absolutely. But that's how we work here. We challenge each other. It gets chippy. You can't argue with the results, even if it looks like they are always at each other's throats, guys."
I believe it. Those must make for some good battles, Doris. Thanks. Again, Oklahoma City. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Kevin Durant is one of the most laid-back and easygoing guys you'll meet in the NBA, but don't be fooled. He's as fiery a competitor on the court as anyone else in the league. He's a superstar because he has the talent, but also the drive.
And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. And I think when you talk about the drive of Kevin Durant, Clark, it all comes from his love of the game.
I love watching Kevin Durant play. He is such a special talent, and you can see the inherent joy that he has in playing the game. I mean, it's palpable, it's obvious. He's a big-time gym rat, and he just loves to work on the game and continue to refine his skills. He's a joy to watch.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
4-3, Westbrook. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists in the game.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
New York calls timeout.
Well, for a long time, for the New York fans, going to see a Knicks game was an exercise in masochism, but they've turned it around in a big way, and now this is a tough place to play for a road team.
And New York making a change here. Anthony's checked in.
Well, you look at the scoreboard and you realize how much he's already contributed. You really have to wonder how bad it might be if he weren't doing the job he's done so far.
The Thunder leading by 8. And Clark, that's what winning's going to do for you. The Knicks had the second best home record in the East last season. as they won 31 games here.
Well, you know, Kevin, there's so much mystique here in this building. Everybody loves to play in New York. It's the mecca for basketball in this country. And when NBA players come into New York, they can't wait to play against this Knicks team. And the Knicks, they want to defend their home floor. And he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Taken away by Anthony. And there's another one for the
They pulled up from mid-range more often than not.
They vary. You know, that's not always the #1 option, but if the defense gives that to you, you got to take it.
shot's good by Durant.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Bargnani. And again, it's New York. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Westbrook kicks to Durant. Back to Westbrook. Unloads from 9. Hits the front of the rim and out. Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Shumpert. Got it. Good job in the low post. Shumpert's got 13 points.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Durant kicks to Roberson. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Outside Westbrook. Jones sets the big for Westbrook. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Westbrook's got 22 points.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's blocked by Orton. Outside Durant. Back to Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. That's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it. And he answers
right back with a 3 of his own.
well, you can see it. They're getting into it a bit. A little mano-mano here. One-upsmanship taking place.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Thunder lead by 11. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return.
It's a special New Year's Eve NBA celebration. Rudy Gay and the Toronto Raptors take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Live next Tuesday night.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
And Oklahoma City, looking at they've got to start the fourth quarter. Locking at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. Reggie Jackson out there with separation. And it's Roberson in at the 3 spot. Smith the pass to Chandler. New York moving the ball around. And that one's good. Shumpert.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Ibaka. The shot from the low post is good. And the Thunder lead by 8.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
And Shumpert kicks to Chandler. Banked in off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defender didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Jackson drives in, and the shot is good.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
And here's Felton from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And Oklahoma City making a change. Durant's checked in. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. Despite the deficit, he told his guys, I've got confidence in you. We've had our backs against the wall before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, can they retake the lead?
Knicks trailed by 5. And there's the feed to Carmelo. All sorts of time. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. And that's 20 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, you know, even from his college days at Syracuse, Carmelo has always had the ability to step up in crunch time and more often than not deliver. When the fourth quarter rolls around, he seems to take his game to another level.
Well, with the way that Melo is able to create his own shot, Steve, off the dribble or in the post, that makes him very valuable and dangerous, particularly in the fourth quarter. I mean, he's a guy that makes it really hard to defend him because he's so versatile.
His shooting has been so good today, he may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
The Thunder leading by 4. Felton against Westbrook. And the rejection by Stoudemire. And now the Knicks on the break. Felton leading the charge. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
This has really become an intense ballgame ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
It's just got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of high-pressure situation.
It's stolen by Stoudemire. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Just out for a 3-point play. It's on Kevin Durant. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for New York?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they're doing, Clark, is scoring a lot of points off turnovers, forcing mistakes and cashing in.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
Here's Westbrook. And shot on the way. And he knocks down the jumper. And it's a 3-point Thunder lead. New York calls timeout. They're losing by 3. 1:52 left in the game. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. The drive by Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Felton's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Here's Westbrook and Chandler with the block. Now, here's Felton. Stoudemire outside. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. On defense, Oklahoma City. They're led by as many as 14 points. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. Free throw good, Felton.
Boy, what a great and one right there. These are the kind of plays that win you basketball games, guys.
1:21 left to play in the final quarter. Westbrook gets to Durant. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
Stolen by Westbrook. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
Back to Anthony. Yes! And the foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
This isn't just a good fourth quarter. I mean, he's been outstanding. 6 straight buckets here.
Close game, too. You know, intense action at both ends, and he is absolutely delivering right now.
For 3. Laces one from 3.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Ibaka comes with the double team. Felton kicks to Anthony. Cephalosha. Outside Westbrook. And stolen by Felton. And here's the fast break. Felton leading the way.
Ooh, a pressure basket right there.
Now that's coming through in the clutch.
Still a chance, but they've got to score here.
Again, every possession is necessary. That bucket was absolutely huge. A defensive stop that sealed the deal.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Shumpert dishes to Chandler. Back to Shumpert. And there's the call on Durant. Campbell getting his 4th foul of the game and give the bonus rule ahead to the line for 2. He knocks down the clutch free throw. Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Now here's Perkins. Now Durant. Beats the bucket.
Wow! Nothing but zeros on the clock as he drains the winner. What a finish.
And he never had a doubt. He was celebrating the moment it had left his hand.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
Another incredible finish here in New York City, and a wire-to-wire finish here in New York as the Thunder beat the Knicks and down to the wire here in Madison Square Garden, 113-111, another game-winning shot, and that means we will have a YouTube Shorts once again. Carmelo Anthony got 32 points, Iman Shumpert 18, and Raymond Felton got 17-11. Kevin Durant got 29, Russell Westbrook got 29-13, Cephalusha got 25. What an ending here in New York as another finish down to the wire here in New York. So now, next game at hand, we're off to San Antonio, Texas. The Texas Showdown feels better. It features Dwight Howard and James Harden of the Houston Rockets take on Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili of the San Antonio Spurs. That should be interesting matchup. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as they down to wire again. I will doing some YouTube shorts continue as the Thunder beat the Knicks 113-111. This is Andre Kenshin say so long for Madison Square Garden, New York City as the Thunder beat the Knicks in the Taiwan 113-111. This is Andre Kenshin say so long for San Antonio. We'll see you later for the second game. It's the Rockets and the Spurs. Sign up and peace out. Goodbye and thanks for watching here at the Madison Square Garden. We'll see you at the AT&T Center.